Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody on this beautiful evening of Monday, whatever the date is, because I have no idea. Oh, it's the first of the month.
Hello, hello.
I was going to say I didn't know what day it was, but then I realized that I actually do know what day it was.
Of course.
Are you all better?
I wouldn't say all better, but I feel much better. I literally did not get out of the bed yesterday.
Good. Did you eat your chewables?
I ate chewables. I've been taking 1,000 milligram vitamin C like 3 and 4 times a day, and then I ozone my ears, and that like knocked it out within 5 minutes.
Sweet. Congrats.
So I did that
Apple
twice.
cider vinegar.
No matter of whatever's breaking up, but I was miserable for 2 days while I was out of town. You heard me. So how is everyone doing on this amazing night? I was going to have the wonderful Robin Grisby start this bad boy off, but I know that she had a lot of people over at her house, so y'all are stuck with hearing my wonderful voice.
Wow.
We love your voice.
Oh, are we recording? Yes, we are recording. All right, so I'm going to make sure that I don't even know what I was going to say. So, guys, we just closed out another freaking rock solid month. I mean, I'm so blown away by all the rank ups. I don't know the exact number because I'm not a big numbers guy. For anybody that knows me, which is the weirdest thing because people call me for all the comp plan questions. But when it comes to details in general, not necessarily my personality type. Yet Ricky, on the other hand, is the exact opposite when it comes to that stuff. Is amazing with all the numbers, and he would more than likely know pretty close to the numbers on what we had in the rank ups last month. Ricky, do you have an exact number?
Hey Chris, I'm eating dinner, but it was around 89.
Okay, so close to 100 rank ups last month. And I just want to congratulate you all as a team because many, many of those were bronze. And let me go mute everybody out.
It's only going to be 20 more minutes.
Hey guys, will you all jump on if you would, please? Mute yourselves.
Well, no, I'll just leave the meeting and I'll watch it later.
Let's see. All right. I think I just figured out the mute. Hey, Robin, I know that you weren't able to actually host, but do you want to share something real quick? I know you guys were totally rocking out, with a bunch of Zooms. So why don't you talk real quick about that, and then we're going to go into having a few other people share.
Absolutely. Hey guys, happy Monday night. Yep, I have a bunch of family over too. They're all cleaning up. I cooked for the first time shish kebabs. So I was like, pat on the back. I'm super proud. I did an amazing job. I was a little nervous. Wasn't sure how I was going to turn out, but they were super yummy. So this last weekend was amazing. Ricky had mentioned, something about doing some Zoom blitz. And he said, I don't know if that's something you guys want to do, but he said it's working for some teams. So our team just kind of said, you know what? Let's do it. We talked on Happy Coffee Talk and we said, let's rock it out this weekend. And it's the end of it's the last weekend of the month. So we didn't really know what we were doing. I mean, we honestly just threw it together and we kind of just said, all right, well, I think as long as we have some amazing testimonies, and we went ahead and grabbed the video that Mark Willison had and uses on his. And so we got his video. So we knew that we didn't have to be the tool. We didn't have to be the expert. We just used that video to share what this is all about. And I hosted 2 of them. And then basically the last day I was in Tahoe and I knew I just wasn't going to have good service. Thank God that night I said, who wants to step up and host the last Zoom? And Char Fairchild, she stepped up, raised her hand and said, I'll do it. Now she was scared to death. She was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I just said, I'll do it. But I was so proud of her because this was not easy. And if you've never done it before, and I mean, she completely stepped out of her comfort zone. I was so happy that, you know, she took charge, because I know she's amazing. And, you know, and I was so happy that she was able to see herself being recorded and watch herself backwards, because she said she didn't even know what she said when she was doing it. She was so nervous. So, but what was cool is we had established different leaders who were going to share their testimony. And so we had Janine share, Dawn share, Molly. No, she didn't share. Actually, she was going to. But then Josh Becerra shared, Brady, Shar Fairchild, Tina Goebel, Shar Garcia, Cindy and Colt, Amy Beeman and her husband, and Sean Frazier, and Francisco. They all shared an amazing testimony. So we had 3 or 4 people, and it took about 20 to 25 minutes for each Zoom blitz. So we established a time on Friday that we all thought would be a good time. We invited. We had a special link, and you know, I can honestly say that even though we didn't like have a ton of people show up on the recorded, I mean, on the actual live Zoom, just for the simple activity of all of us pushing and posting, and we did some lives before to drive some attention, you know, and we did interviews. I did interviews with different people in the team all week. So it just like created some movement. It created emotion, and everybody had something come from it. And now we have the recording. And so they can actually go back, and those people that maybe couldn't make it live, they now have the recording that they can share with them. And the cool thing is, you know, they have the, you know, there's 3 different ones, and there are some with their own testimonies that can share the one that they did with their testimony in it. Shar Fairchild now can share the one that she actually ran it, and it shows her leadership skills. It shows her, you know, it's just amazing to be able to have a tool like that. And, you know, we talked this morning, and most everybody like seen something from it. And I think just putting this in action is we're going to be able to see more even in the next few weeks happening from just taking massive action this last weekend. So I think we had a lot of fun doing it. Everybody learned a little bit about themselves. I actually think like Shara Fairchild said, you know what, I think I want to do another one, because I want to do a little better next time. And now she feels challenged, and now she knows she can do it. And we have some other people in the team, and Colt says, hey, I think we should do this once a month at least, you know. So it was just a lot of fun, you guys. And I think that it drives a lot of activity, a lot of growth. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I loved watching everybody else shine. So it was a really good experience. So I definitely encourage all of you guys to take part in something like that. Or, you know, if you have questions or think you want to like put together something, I'm definitely down to hop on the phone with you or answer any questions to help, you know, maybe just, you know, create the platform for it, or any ideas that you guys might need. But it was super awesome. We had a good experience.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, Robin. What you heard Robin talking about was activity, 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 activity. And as people do activity, they get better. So you've been hearing us talk a lot lately about, like, you don't have to get trained on exactly what to do. You don't need to know everything. All you need to do is share your story. Well, what Robin just shared was a story. She shared a story of what they did to drive activity. She shared how everyone shared their story. And through the process of doing it, she also shared how someone grew through that process. So I hope y'all are picking this up. It's a job for me to metabolize. Ricky and I had another call with Larry Thompson tonight. I haven't soaked it all in yet. And I'm really feeling so optimistic. I'll talk a little bit about that later on in the call. But I'm feeling so optimistic on which direction we're going and how simplistic and how everyone will feel comfortable being able to do this. So thank you so much, Robin. That was a great example in many different areas. So again, appreciate your leadership. So guys, you have created some amazing stories. And we have a lot of people that have ranked up, and I'm going to bring a couple people on. And I want to, you heard we had 89, probably some people that are missing, probably closer to 100 people that have ranked up. And I'm going to bring on a couple. We have 2 people that we're going to bring on for bronze. One is Lori Bowe, and we'll start off with her. Lori Bowe, are you out there? Press the little unmute button, wherever it is, whether you're looking at your phone. Go ahead.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Lori.
Hi. Yeah, so I actually ranked up to bronze and silver this month.
Bronze and silver, and I only talked about bronze. God, I couldn't get anything right. I'm still having some success here.
I
So
know, that's good.
tell us a little bit about you and just kind of, what you've done to go out there and make that happen.
Okay. Gosh, I'm from Mount Lake Terrace, Washington, and I've got 5 kids and a full-time job. And my friend Candy introduced me to these products about 6 weeks ago. And gosh, I tell you what, I have been involved in the past with some programs. I was at the time she called me, and that weren't very positive. Results were not happening. And some great vitamin products, but the bottom line is she said you got to do this. So I went over to her house, she had me try it. I'm like, sign me up, let's do it. And so I've lost 25 pounds now. Just today I hit my 25-pound mark, which is awesome. Got a ways to go, but it's kind of like you go to a good restaurant and they not only have good food, but they also have like amazing service, and everybody, like, the atmosphere is so positive, and there's just, you just have to go tell all your friends about this restaurant because food's great, service great, whatever. That's what this is to me. This is like so amazing. The results are fantastic. I love how I feel. I have 5 kids and I no longer yell at them. I can take it in and really deal with the kind of stress that goes on in my house. I don't stress eat anymore. I don't crave sugar. Huge for me, both those things. So I've really noticed a big difference in my knee pain. I have really bad knees. And no longer do I have pain. The swelling's gone down. So, I'm talking 6 weeks here. So this month I just said, Candy, I want to do bronze and silver. I want to go for it. And she said, okay. So she put me on the bronze page, the special bronze group with Amy's little things to do, action steps every day. And that's what I did. I started with Amy's action steps. And then I got so excited, I just expand on them. So she had us do, like, for instance, friend a group of something of our interest, like 3 different groups. Like, so I did one of teen parents and those kinds of things. And all of a sudden I've got all these new friends, and they're following me too. So I've gotten tons of customers that way. And I tell you what, the way I'm advancing right now is through customers. You have happy people, you have more happy people. They want to tell people, well, if you're going to be telling people, you might as well hook up on my team and we can tell people together. And they're like, all right. So I got 7, I got 7 Ellepreneurs last month, and 2 of them each have 1 Ellepreneur as well last month. And we just rocked it. So this month is gold and platinum.
So wait, you brought in 7 people and you haven't been to like a 7-hour-long training on exactly what to say and what to do and all that, right?
Nope. All you have to do is take the products and tell them what they do for you.
So your new people haven't had our 10-hour training?
No.
Man, oh man. So great job, Lori. Again, did y'all notice Lori sharing a story and then we're just telling our story and telling our story and telling our story, telling our story. And that's how she's growing. So great job, Lori.
Thank you.
2 ranks. Now we're going to reach out to John. John, are you out there, brother? It was John. John.
Yeah, I'm here.
Share with us what's going on. There's the beard. Man, your picture doesn't do it justice. I'm used to looking at that pretty Santa-like beard.
Yeah, well, I was a first-time grandparent, so that makes you do crazy stuff. So I'm gonna be her Santa in December.
So I know you've shared your story a whole lot, so we know that's how you got there because you've been doing many Facebook Lives. So I guess with you, we'll ask, how does it feel to start ranking up and creating the success that everybody wants to have in this industry?
So you know that's an interesting question, Chris, because I've been in this industry since '99, and
Awesome.
you know
Me too.
my struggle has always held me back, and because I get started and then you know all of a sudden couldn't work for a while, get started again. So I was always starting, stopping, restarting, and it feels like, you know, my favorite word now is this product makes me feel like a gazillion dollars every day. Every single day, it makes me feel like a gazillion dollars. I feel it every day that I drink it, the coffee, and take the capsule. And, you know, I did a live earlier. I wake up at somewhere between 5:30 and 6:15 with no alarm anymore. And so it's allowed me to focus. And, you know, I spent 25 years in the automobile retail business, and I was a trainer, and I was, you know, I was the TV spokesperson and the radio spokesperson. So I've always carried what I did there into network marketing, and it's always served me well. It just never served me well on a bigger scale until now I see it. So, you know, I was able to, I'm big on reverse engineering. I made bronze this month with basically, you know, I liked what Lori said, customers. I've always built businesses on customers, because when you don't go after customers, you are, and going just for recruiting business partners, you're actually losing business when you do that. So if this company and this business of just telling stories and not talking, I don't talk about the business. I have yet to talk about the business. And I ended up with 6 Ellepreneurs last month. But I focus on customers, and my goal this month is 18 brand new customers and 12 Ellepreneurs. So, you know, that's what I focus on every month is customers, because it keeps me telling the story. And when you go to always talking about business, it's boring. I mean, I've done a couple Facebook Lives where the person I was interviewing started talking about the business. The audience took a nosedive. Man, what a telltale story that was. You know, just watching it drop from like 12 people watching down to 4. Just that quick. So, you know, I got a big personality now that I feel good. I've always had a big personality. I got a big voice. I have Irish heritage, and you know, to feel like a gazillion dollars and to finally be 10 months symptom free.
Wow.
I can now focus, and just like Lori, I'm going silver gold this month.
Right.
And so I reverse engineer. And since I built it last month with basically one product at a time, because we had no packs other than the shareables last month.
Right.
So I ranked up with just 0 packs. So I decided this month I got my 10,000 business volume up there. I divided it by 40, and so I need 250 sales of just Happy Coffee.
Right.
Well, I already have 330 volume, so now I'm down to 242. And so it's going to allow me, by doing that, I know exactly where I am every day. Awesome. And by reverse engineering it, it just keeps me focused on customers. Then if somebody buys a pack, man, that's gravy. You know, if somebody wants to be an Ellepreneur, just like what Lori said, you know, come along with us. My other goal this month is to elevate 2 Ellepreneurs to bronze.
Right.
So that'll help me get there.
Awesome. Well, appreciate you sharing. Appreciate you doing all the lives with people and sharing your story. It's definitely impacted a lot of people. As you could see, you got a lot of views, and you know, it's really great that you are paying attention to that, not the algorithms, but what's actually happening when you're talking about certain things and how numbers go up versus numbers go down. So
Yeah.
good stuff right there.
And let me just say this. My story is really hard to tell still today because I carry a lot of guilt with my family. But thank God that I'm able to tell it. And the more, and I appreciate everyone listening, because the more I tell it, it's allowing me to heal on the inside. The coffee, the dose product has allowed me to get to that point that I can now start healing, which I've never been able to do.
Well, congratulations, John. And I look forward to watching all your success and celebrating your next victory as well. So again, congrats. Now we're going to go to the state of Oklahoma. I know we have a young Courtney out there, and I don't want to mispronounce your name. Starts with a J.
Courtney Jinx.
Jinx, that's what it's. I was like, I didn't
People
know.
always want to add an L. They want to say Courtney Jinkles.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I'm just not going to say because I'm going to mess it all up. But I know that you've been rocking. Why don't you share, what's happened for you and what you've experienced so far? Tell us who you are.
First of all, I just want to tell John thank you. That was amazing. That motivated me to hear about reverse engineering, and I'm going to go figure out my numbers tonight as soon as we get off of this and figure out where I need to be exactly and reverse engineer that. I thought that was genius and very helpful. Thank you, John. Let's see. I was watching a TV show last night, Castaways. It's a new TV show, reality show. And what they figured out at the end was the only people that made it at the end were the people that were in a group. All the people that were by themselves didn't make it. They all went home. So they all started saying, instead of I've got this, they've started saying we've got this. And so I've made that my new goal. I'm going to start saying we've got this instead of I've got this, because if we do this together, all of us will succeed. So that was something that just hit me really hard just watching that TV show. You asked, how I got to gold this month. I started 2 months ago. June 28th, I think, was my first day. Someone had given me 5 samples, actually. I never took them, put them up in my kitchen cabinet, and forgot who gave them to me. So they hadn't followed up with me. I forgot who it was. Andrea, here in Oklahoma, in Tulsa, we had a mutual friend, got into contact with me, and she said, wanted me to try the coffee. And I was like, you know what? I think I actually have that in my cabinet. So I pulled it out, and I was actually in another MLM at the time. I was not going to sell this. I thought, you know what? I'll do a review on Facebook, just an honest review. I'll let everybody know what I think. So I drank the coffee, and I could not believe it. I felt it from the first 15 minutes I drank the coffee. I was shocked. I've tried other products, and nothing made me feel this way. I could not believe it. So I called her and I was like, okay, what is this stuff? You have to tell me what this stuff is, what's in it. I mean, I didn't even read the ingredients before I took it. I just took it, posted on Facebook. I did a completely honest post on Facebook, probably more than anybody else has ever done. I was talking about poop and all kinds of things. So I literally told everybody what I felt, what the product did to me the first day. It didn't completely agree with me the first couple days, and I was really honest with everybody. Well, what I found out was I had 15 people that first day that wanted a sample of it, and then 20 to 30 the next day that wanted a sample of it. So I contacted Andrea and was like, you know what? I better sign up quick and get some of these samples out, or otherwise I'm losing out on a lot of volume here. So if this is as good as I'm feeling and as good as everybody else is feeling, then there's actually something here. So I got in contact with her. I signed up the next day. She sent me some samples so I could get some samples out so we didn't have to wait. So that was wonderful of her to do. One of the biggest things that I've noticed that has helped me is the customer pages. Yes, of course, follow up. Of course, follow up is where the fortune's at. But the customer page, they have helped me so much. Andrea started a customer page, and I know Team Rise has one too. So everybody needs to be using that. But if you add your customers or your potential customers, and I always ask them first, I never, add people to a group without asking them. I just think it's rude. But I add them to those groups, and then I feel like there's a lot of FOMO going on, a lot of fear of missing out. People get in the groups and they say, oh my gosh, this stuff is actually working for people, and they want to buy. So adding people to these customer groups has helped me let all these other customers kind of do a lot of the work for me. So that and follow-up is probably the most important things that I have figured out on how to rank advance. If you can get to bronze, I feel like you can get to any other level. Bronze is the hardest level. It really is. I think that once you get there, you realize, you know what, it's just a stepping stone. From now on, it's just a stepping stone. Get to bronze, and then you can get to the other ranks.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Words of wisdom, Courtney. Guys, she made so many great points there. One, over and over and over, she proved that people come up with a natural, logical conclusion without being killed with the fact X. She shared, I had no idea what was in this stuff. All I knew is when I drank it, I felt like this. And then she shared, and I came up with a logical conclusion because I shared the way that I felt, and everybody wanted to do it. So it made sense for me to enroll so where I can enroll all these people. Natural, logical conclusion, not I recruited Courtney, right? And then she just shared, what was the last point? Man, it just popped out of my head. What was the last words that came out of your mouth? Because it was another point.
Customer pages?
Oh, customer pages was another, point that you put people on the customer page, they come up with, the whole thing, and they realize that all these stories. Naturally, I can't see all these stories without having that feeling that I want to try it as well. And there was one more, I can't remember it, but that was awesome. Great job. Another thing, guys, and I'm making a big deal out of this because I have been literally arguing again tonight with Larry. I have to hold my tongue and not say stuff because I want to argue with him. I want to say, he's like, well, you're not going to get this part, but, and I'm sitting there going, what do you mean I'm not going to get this part? I'm going to get this part, and it's just so funny how and I'm going to say we, but I want to argue that I know what I'm doing. And it's just so funny because I'm being a student throughout this process and learning every time I get off the phone with them. And guys, when this new system comes out and the SAM and what's going to happen, I'm fired up and I'm not a hyper, but I'm really fired up about what I'm thinking because I'm hearing his enthusiasm about where it's going to go, kind of where he's trying to lead us now. And I'm like, this just makes so much sense. This is going to be it. And I just want to share that with everybody. So as I'm sharing this, I want to be very clear. I'm not telling y'all have to feel a certain way about stuff. If you have your way and you think that what you're doing works, at the end of the day, whatever you're passionate about works. We're sharing coffee. But what I will share with you is what I'm experiencing is the simpler I keep it, which he's trying to help me do, the easier it is. And I don't have to make up all these systems and all this stuff, which I thought I was really smart and genius. Oh, we have this system and that system. And it's been incredible. But now I want to go to, we have a couple platinums that we're going to share. And again, guys, the only reason why we have these higher ranks is because other people are winning as well. Even though we have one of the few comp plans where you can rank up through multiple layers just on personal production, the majority of the time when you have people ranking up, it's because they're helping other people. And the beautiful part about what we're doing is we're helping people get on the product, and then we're helping people, get started in the business. So with that being said, I'm going to first reach out to Sherry. Sherry, are you out there? Sherry.
I had to unmute myself, sorry.
Talk it up. What's happening?
Okay.
What have you done? How quick did you do it? What's going on in this place?
So my story is, well, everyone's story is kind of complicated, but my story is kind of different because I actually joined back in the end of March. And I was with another company, and I tried the product. I signed up as a entrepreneur, and I didn't really share it with anyone because I was with that other company. They have a very strict competition clause, and I had pretty decent residual income. So I was afraid. I was afraid, and I wasn't happy either. I wasn't happy in that other company. And then again, I didn't really give the coffee a chance. I took it, I liked it, and then I kind of fell off from taking it just because I was kind of dealing with the other company. So I finally decided in July that I was gonna quit that other company. And to be honest, I had no other intentions of pretty much jumping to another company. To be honest, I maybe didn't even want to be in network marketing anymore, just because I was extremely burnt out. Burnt out of team building. The other company that I was in, it was extremely hard to build. And yeah, talking about systems and complexity and educating and all that kind of stuff, that other company honestly was all about that. And I actually have an educating background. I have my bachelor's degree, and I love educating people, but it's hard to duplicate. I could not, other people on my team didn't have those credentials. They didn't want to educate. So it was very hard to duplicate in that other company. So kind of around July, when I was going to quit that other company, one of my friends who joined right about the exact same time back in March with me was consistently drinking the coffee. And she honestly looked amazing. Again, with my background, she couldn't lose any weight. And I kept telling her before even the coffee, I'm like, try the keto diet, get your thyroid tested, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. And she still couldn't lose weight. So she continued to drink the coffee for a few months, and she literally lost about 25 pounds and looks amazing. So I kind of asked her, I was like, oh, did you start doing the keto diet? Oh, did you start doing this? What did you change? And she's like, Sherry, I'm drinking the coffee. So in July, when I was going to quit my other company, I'm like, okay, I'm going to give this a full chance here, and really kind of focus on, what I feel, what I experience, all that kind of stuff. And kind of, not to make this extremely long, but my whole family actually has chronic Lyme disease, and I've suffered with chronic migraines pretty much half of my life. I've been on every pharmaceutical. I've tried everything natural. I've tried everything dietary, everything under the sun, and really temporary results with all that. So I've been drinking the coffee since about July 13th, and I haven't had a migraine since then. So it's been honestly absolutely incredible for my pain, my neck, my joints, all that kind of stuff, and a ton of other really good things. So on August 1st is when I really started to concentrate on this business, because I had to share it with people. And in the last give or take 2 months, I've actually enrolled, I think now I've brought on 142 customers. And I have, partnered up with 23 distributors. And honestly, it's been amazing, and it's been easy. And it doesn't, I don't feel like I'm gonna be burnt out. And I feel like everyone else can win here. And I don't have to be the one dragging people along, because that's what I did in that other company. I saw the potential in people, and I had to be a one-woman show. I had to be the educator. I had to be the everything. So yeah, it's been honestly, yeah, I don't even have the words for it. And I wish I would have started back in March.
Educating everybody on the product, right?
Yeah, and that's what I've been doing. Just, I don't have to educate people. I just tell people's stories. I tell my own story.
And
So
you heard her say again, my friend lost all this weight. So I came up with the natural, logical conclusion that there might be something to this thing. Maybe I need to really do this. Now, she didn't use those words, but that's exactly what she said. So, again, congratulations. Also want to point out, guys, she did it organically. She didn't go through calling the list of all the people that were in her other company. She did this organically. But I also want to point out, if you're not growing as fast as she is, to not compare yourself to her, because she had an experience prior to, and she knew that if I go out and tell the story and just do a bunch of activity, that she could win in a big, big way. But, you know, a lot of times when we share how fast someone did it or how fast they grow, the immediate thing that human beings want to do is we want to judge ourselves and then go, poor me. Well, you know, I wasn't able to do it as fast as they were, and maybe I'm not good enough, and maybe this. Make sure that you're telling yourself the empowering thoughts and say, how can I grow faster? How can I do this better? And then basically it's really just sharing the plan. It's really not anything more than that. It's sharing what it is that we're doing with other people in a story format. So thank you again, Sherry. You rock.
Can I add one thing? So when you're talking about growing organically and, you know, not like seriously, half of my customers didn't even come or distributors come from that other company. What's funny is that I blind messaged a lot of people in my other little venture, and a lot of people didn't respond back to me. A lot of those customers who didn't respond back to me from, you know, me approaching them with that other business or products or whatever, they actually came to me this time with this product. And it was awesome because I could go back and I could see when I messaged them, they didn't respond, and then they messaged me about this. So it was kind of funny. But
stories on Facebook.
What?
Based on you sharing stories on
Facebook. Yeah, 100%. So
shared stories on Facebook, boom, they came to her. Traction marketing, guys. Thank you so much, Sherry. Now we're gonna go to someone, I forgot what it's called, when it sounds the same, it means something different. We got Sherry, now we got Carrie. So we're gonna go to Carrie Codas. What is that called, by the way, when it's like, I forgot what those are called. I know it's not a synonym, whatever. But at any rate, Carrie Codas, so you're out there. I'm
here. Hi.
Why don't you, first off, congratulations for ranking up again and knocking out platinum. Congratulations. So tell us your story. What's happening?
I joined the last week and a half of July, and my story's kind of different. I didn't try the products. I hadn't had anything in my body. I just went off the stories from my upline. And I just started talking to people, and I made bronze and silver the last week and a half of July, and gold and platinum in August.
That is awesome. So you just rocked it out. And how did you go about doing that? You said you shared other people's stories?
I believed 110% in this company after I searched it a little bit and talking with a friend of mine, and I believed in the products, and I just went off and I told people my uplines stories. So they were true. They weren't mine, but they were my uplines, and my customers knew that. I was always telling them how anxious I was. I can't wait. Mine's coming, mine's coming, mine's coming. But this stuff is great. So-and-so's done this. And yeah.
I don't know how I feel about this, Carrie. I mean, there's so many people out there that go, well, I just can't share the story. If I don't have my own story, I can't do this. Like, you're just messing it up for a lot of people's excuses, Carrie. Like, this is really messed up. There's going to be a lot of mad people when we get off of this call, because they're going to be like, she just messed up my whole story I've been telling myself.
Sorry.
So you told someone else's story until you were able to get your own story.
Yeah, because mine was one of the packages that was lost or whatever. And so I went the whole month, the last week and a half when I first signed up. I think I got my products, the 1st of August and very last of July. Yeah.
And you joined when?
20th of July, maybe, or 23rd, something like that.
So you had to wait like 2 or 3 weeks for the product?
Yeah. 2.5 weeks, I think.
2.5 weeks. And you didn't quit? And like,
No.
gosh, dog it, this company, the products didn't come on time. And then
No.
I can't even tell my story, so I can't create success in this thing.
No.
You're just messing it up for everybody, Carrie. I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know what you just ruined it. No, congratulations, Carrie. And that just goes to show you. You have to tell me this. You were probably sending everybody copies of all the ingredients and like giving them like Messenger and like sending them thread after thread of all the information, right? That had to have been how you did it.
No, I just told my upline story, honestly. And then a couple weeks after, when I started, then of course I could give them my story as well. And it's all true. I mean, it's awesome. The products rock. The company rocks. I like the togetherness and how everybody wants to help. That is awesome. Very awesome.
Well, you rock. Congratulations for a big, big win and making that happen. And I take it you probably had some people in your team that ranked up as well, huh?
Yeah, I got about 20 distributors now and 213 customers.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations. And that's a great story that you just told a story and you didn't send anybody. You didn't even have product. You didn't have a story. It's so funny. When I got started with the company I was with where, we did extremely well. He told us, we're going to grow this thing fast and this is how we're going to do it. You're going to tell your upline story and then you're going to be able to tell your story and then you're going to be able to tell your people's stories. So before you have a story, you're going to tell your upline story. When you start to create a story, then you'll be able to tell your upline story and your story. And then the most impressive part is when you can start sharing your people's stories. So guys, that's what it's all about. Again, big congrats to you, Carrie, for going out there and totally rocking this bad boy out. So
Thank
now
you.
we are going to go. I know we have some more. Let me make sure I'm going in order. Thank you, Ricky Durant, for giving me a list because I would have probably came up and forgot where I'm going next. And now we have a rock star that has just been making a lot of stuff happen. She literally went, boom, got started, platinum, then now all the way to diamond. Candy, are you out there? I see you, so I know you're out there.
I am out there. Hello. All right. Yes.
Surely you're going to tell us that you're giving everybody all the facts and details on everything. Somebody has to.
God, I literally don't know what any of the ingredients are, to be truthfully honest. I just had a big thing on Saturday when I stand up to go through the products. And I said, I'm going to let you know. I tell you how I feel and testimonies on these products. And if you have any questions, then you can come look at the ingredients. I literally don't know. And I will tell you, when people come to me and they'll say, what are the ingredients? And I'll explain, if you have any interest, you can always take it to your doctor and have them check it out. But I ask them, when you went to the store and bought Tylenol for your child, did you take it out? Do you look at all that in there? What's in Tylenol and the warning? And they're like, no. I said, so what makes you ask? Do you not trust me? And they're like, I do trust you. And I said, then try it and tell me what you think. This is how I feel. And this is how, I would love for you. And this is my testimony on Carrie. Carrie's my downline and she utilized, and that's what we did. We started the end of July. We didn't have product. I will tell you, for me personally, when I found out about it, I pulled it up on the website and I researched and saw the marketing plan. And so when the person called me back after work, I said, well, I'm going to sign up. And she's like, what? And I said, if the products are half as good as this marketing plan, amazing. I need something and I'm going to do it. And I've been with another company for over 7 years, made over 6 figures for the last 4 with them. But I was unhappy. There was no teamwork. I missed that. I love bonding and growing and networking. And that's important to grow networking marketing business. You got to network, it's a team effort. And I love my team. And so that was it. I told my husband, I'm taking a leap. That was huge income for our house to pay. We had a new house built 2 years ago. And I said, but I know we can do it. And unbelievable what has happened. The customer base, I think we have about 60 distributors on my team so far in the 2 months. They all are placing orders ranking up. They're excited. That's what I love, the excitement. And that's all I share with anybody. It's how I feel. This is how I feel. I hit 30 pounds down today. I feel amazing. People, I got 2 new customers again today. I mean, it's like just by sharing that on my page, I hit 30 pounds today by literally adding one thing to my cup. I feel amazing. Tell me what it is. Tell me what it is. Tell me what it is. Okay, I'll tell you what it is. I messaged them a short little blurb. This is an amazing thing. I feel amazing. I've lost this weight. My husband's lost 20 pounds. We feel amazing. I have my anxieties under control. And if you want more info, let me know. I never send my website right away because I want to have a conversation with them. I want to know what they want. But what I love is the coffee, and Xanther Max works for everything. You know what I mean? Weight loss, feel good. My mom's had both her hips replaced. The sleep patch, she's finally sleeping more than 3 to 4 hours at night. She's getting 6 hours of sleep with the sleep patch. It's amazing. Hemplavate's helped her. I mean, I think people come to me, and you probably have heard it a lot. I can't sell things. I'm not a salesman. I'm like, thank you, because all you need to do is share your passion. That's what we're doing. We're sharing our passion, and it's easy.
So you're not like doing comp plan trainings or anything, and like going and showing people the chart and saying this is why you need to join. Because I mean, you're talking about everybody being excited and stuff, and normally that comes from people like showing big checks and all that.
No,
none of that.
That's what I love about this company. Our past one said you need to start with your income. You need to lead with your income, then the products. And I said, well, that don't make sense. The products are the issue. The products are what you get. Then it follows to get, the business follows. You get customers on products, business follows. Nope, I want you to start with your income. I want you to share what you're making. I hated that. I want to help people change their life. I want to help people to be happy and feel good. And I love this company. I'm so excited. I'll be in Atlanta. I cannot wait to meet everybody and the networking on that. But I mean, this is the right place at the right time. I'm telling you that right now. I am so excited.
Why would you want to be in Atlanta? Like, we haven't even like guilted you or anything and said, hey guys, if you're not in Atlanta, we're not working with you. And if you're serious about this, you should be in Atlanta. Like, we haven't said any of that stuff, and you're just going? Y'all are just really freaking me out with this 20 years of training. Like, everybody's just like totally like, I don't even know what to do.
Yeah. I mean, I want to be there because I think obviously the knowledge you'll get, but the networking and the people you meet at those things are so important, and the growth you come from doing that. So, I wouldn't miss one. That's why I've put on 2 in my local town, and we've had amazing results for people coming here, and we're building up. So now we have you guys coming Saturday here in Seattle, because I'm from Seattle area. And so I've promoted the, crap out of that. You don't want to miss that. Then we'll have another function, and then Atlanta. So you get everybody.
You don't like have to go. You want to go.
I want to go. Yes.
Man, oh man, this is just like, we're not going to be able to say, I have to go to this thing this weekend. Like, they're making it fun. I mean, this is just really messing with me. Thank you so much, Candy.
Thank you.
Being silly, guys, just to let y'all know.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. Great job. Now, I'm going to bring on our adopted son. He's no, Gavin and I, we built a relationship over here. It's funny. There's like groups of us that talk every day. Like, we're on 3-way calls with multiple of us all the time. And, Ian and Amy and Gavin and Ricky and, a bunch of us. And then I'll get on the phone with Robin and, people in her group and jump on their coffee talk. And I'm always talking, actually a lot of leaders. I'm not going to start naming because then people are like, you forgot about me. But, this dude, like, literally, I'm like, come over. And he like jumped in the car. He's now been over here twice, where he stayed 2 weeks one time, 10 days another. And I've been blown away just by listening to him and just watching his craft over the last, 8-9 months, and the leader that he has become. I couldn't be more proud to call him our adopted son. Gavin Teague, out there, brother?
I'm here.
Mama Jill already misses you, buddy.
Can she hear me? I'm sure she can.
No,
she's always listening. Wow, man. What an introduction. I sit here and I listen to this team Zoom, and it's crazy because it seems like just yesterday I was just excited about hitting bronze and excited about hitting platinum and excited about hitting diamond. And it's crazy. It's awesome, actually, how we've done this Zoom, having everything in order, because it takes some of all of that to be able to have any kind of rank like Royal Black Diamond. And I look down and I look at the participants on here, people from my team and in my team chat, and it took every single one of them. It truly did. And, I wake up every day just excited to share this with the world every single day. You don't have, like, it's not, even though Ricky, he gets on to me about when I wake up. Now that's another conversation. But, God, I almost lose my words because there's so much I'm trying to say in so little time. It's just been one of the most incredible journeys of my entire life. I literally almost want to tear up right now. Y'all saw me pour my eyes out on a team Zoom or on a live video last night. So not many tears left, but it's just happiness, just seeing for the first time in my life that I believed in a vision, that I truly believed with everything in me after I experienced this on day one. And that's the common denominator of every story that you've heard tonight. You've heard that they had a great experience. You heard that everybody said they didn't have to talk about the business. And it's funny that I'm doing the same thing today that I did on the first day. And it's just sheer excitement about what this is doing for myself and for other people. Today, my grandpa called me. My grandpa, by the way, for those of you that don't know, he's about almost 80 years old, 79 this year, back in August. And he actually is a promoter. And it happened because he simply looked at someone and said, man, they need Happy Coffee. Like, in a way of, I want to help them. Shared it with them. That person is now a promoter and has lost 50 pounds. And I share this because my grandpa called me today and said, Gavin, how do I order some more sleep patches? I said, what do you want sleep patches for, Grandpa? He's like, you're not going to believe it, but your grandma is sleeping. She's sleeping every night. She's actually getting to sleep. And my grandma has fibromyalgia and is constant neuropathy and constant pain, and same with my mom. And these products are literally changing their life. It's like, how can you not just get excited about that? So, it's just the products are life changing, and we keep that the main thing. And a lot of people, they wonder, how do you start this conversation? How do you start that conversation? And it's all about just sharing stories. And we made a major shift as a team 2 months ago. We created a group, kind of like, I don't want to get the names wrong, but someone was sharing how they started using a customer page. And I created my team a group because we have a lot of customers, we have a lot of prospects, a lot of excited people. And we started just sharing testimonies and sharing stories. And we all leveraged that group, and we all testimonies, and people can ask questions. It's just like a little community. And since we've shifted to not trying to teach people what to do or how to do it, we've shifted it back to, what's your story? What's your experience? And, it's funny, I'll share a story right here that's actually it made me laugh today because it just aligns with everything that we're teaching here. I had a promoter call me up and said, Gavin, I just learned this about the comp plan. She started asking me some questions. I said, listen to me. I said, you just got done telling me that you're just flat out excited and that you have 8 customers in the last week, and you became an elopreneur because of the experience that you also just shared with me. I said, you just told me you're excited that you've gotten 8 customers and you have no idea how you're doing it. You're just out sharing what you're doing. I said, don't try to learn anything else. Stay doing that. And this is somebody that likes the details, wants to know the ingredients, has an extensive background in health and wellness, much like Sherry, knows a lot. And I said, what you're doing is the only way to do this. You don't need to know anything. And it's funny that 9 months in here, 10 months in here, things aren't perfect. The comp plan's not written out. But you know what? If we have been able to grow as a team, because this has nothing to do with if we've been able to grow as a team how we are, just by sharing stories then guys, this Zoom right here is all you need to know. We don't need any training. We don't need any specific event. We don't need any specific script. You can't script your heart. You can't script what you experience with these products. And at the end of the day, I think the main thing to realize is that you don't have to know anything. If you've had a story, if you've had an experience, then you have a story. And your story is not just with the product. I think a lot of people fail to forget that you're a human being. Other people are human beings. You've been through tough shit in your life. You might be going through tough shit now. You're going to go through tough shit as you go through life. But it's how you go through it and how quick you get over it that's going to determine you, who you are, and the strength that you have, and the value that you have to offer. And that's your story. The product is the tool to help aid you in creating your story. And if you go share, and all I've done for 9 months now, 10 months, is I've done a lot of social media. I'm not afraid to go Facebook Live. I cried my eyes out last night. I don't give a shit how I look. I don't care if I accidentally cuss because it's what I'm passionate about. I don't care if I stutter or say the wrong words. You don't have to be perfect. Matter of fact, the worse you are, the more relatable you are. So if you just go out there with your heart on fire every single day, and you follow the lead of other people and what they're doing, and just go do this consistently, and don't expect it to be 30 days or 60 days or 90 days. You hear these stories of people with fast growth. Guys, I've been in the industry 3 years, and the biggest shift in learning curve has been in the last 12 months for me. I would consider this my start with this journey. I know Chris is getting ready to shut me up because he's like, it's 10:56 and we got to get off at 11. But guys, look, just share your story and don't stop that. And when it comes to helping other people, I don't recruit people in the business. Guys, like, I could be boastful. I could show paychecks. I could do all these things. I don't even care about it. You could take it and cut it in fourth, and I would still do this every day. I was doing it when I was broke 10 months ago with just as much excitement as I have now. So don't lose it. Don't change it, and just embrace who you are and everything you have to offer the world. And just go out there and effing do it. Just do it. Whatever it takes. Whatever your dreams are, do whatever it takes. So I'm going to cuss way too much and lots of things I don't want to do. Chris.
Yeah, we're cutting you off, bad boy.
I love you guys.
You said the S word. There's some people that are going to basically go find their Bible right now and be all upset and be,
you know what?
That'll be the reason.
Good thing 10 months ago that I accepted that what other people think does not define who I am. And that's something I think a lot of people need to let that sit in and resonate and sleep on it, because it doesn't matter what people think of you. If you're out doing good for other people with good intentions and your heart's in the right spot, it's going to show. It's going to show. And that was my buzzer. So guys, I love you all. I love this whole team. My team made this happen. Just go out and share stories with people and share your story, and you're going to create your own. So good night, guys.
All right, guys, just for the sake of time, I'm not going to share the story of when we were talking to Larry Thompson tonight, but what I can tell you is that, I mean, it was so awe-inspiring just kind of hearing his perspective. Ricky and I got to get some coaching from him tonight. And, you know, as soon as you decide that you know everything is when you realize that you don't know anything. So be open, be coachable, be teachable, have that burning desire to go out there and win like all these champions have that shared tonight. And let's go out there and decide that this is your month. Today's the first day of the month. This is your shot to go out there and really win in a big, big way. What story are you telling yourself? Decide and tell your story that you're the winner. You're the leader people are looking for. You're the person that's going to throw them the life vest. Throw them, you know, a lot of people are drowning out there. They're drowning in debt and disappointment. They're unhappy. You're the happy agent. You're the one that's going to throw them the happy life preserver that's going to basically save their drowning life. So go out there with that mindset, and then you'll be inspired to share it with everyone. You all have an awesome week. Love you all. Let's close out this month in a big, big way. Let's start it in a big, big way. But it all starts today. Let's run, 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 and go create the life that you desire. Everybody have an awesome night.
Feel better, Chris.
I'm getting better. Take care.